also you're training your mental strength so much, because so many things in life is about perseverance. Just out today for a little recovery run. Yesterday's 20 kilometers went really well. It was terrain, and today is just like flat. About 7 kilometers, just a leg shake out today. So that was 7.2 kilometers in 32 minutes. This was a little shakeout just to keep the legs fresh. Yesterday was a long run, and then it's always good to have a day afterwards where you kind of shake out the legs a little bit and get the blood flowing again, but not doing something super heavy. So this was a nice run. I didn't feel like going out at all. It was all dark, but the temperature was actually pretty nice. I didn't have to wear any gloves, and just a light little breeze while running also. So I quite enjoyed it. Now it's time to get up to the apartment again, have a shower, and then yeah, see what else the evening brings. All right, welcome here. This is my studio for today. I'm in my son's playing room, and since we live in an apartment, there is just not that many places that I can go and make videos like this. So I have to wait till my son is asleep, my wife is also asleep now, and I can go into the other room and just make this video. So you gotta do what you can do, and you have to improvise with things that you have. If you saw the setup that I have right here, you'd probably laugh. But I'm actually excited to do this video anyways, and it's gonna be fun. Well, when I'm looking back to my earlier years, when I was much younger, and where I am today, I do have some small regrets. I've been active my whole life. I've loved like going outside, running, biking, playing soccer, swimming, just being active and outdoors with friends. But there's one thing that I wish that I had, and that's a little bit more documentation from the earlier years. Maybe when I was younger playing soccer, I would love to go back and have some videos of that, to just for myself to look at, but also to maybe show my kids one day. Some things that makes running great is you don't need a lot of material. You basically need a couple of running shoes, and in some countries, I mean, people don't feel that they need that even, but where we have a lot of pavement and asphalt roads, I would recommend wearing a shoe with some cushioning. But that's basically all that you need for running. Everybody has a t-shirt, everybody has a set of shorts or some kind of pants that they can work out in, and that works totally fine. As I mentioned, running is very flexible. I have history as a soccer player. I could only practice, I mean, yes, you can go out and practice with yourself and the ball, but you know, usually you need a team to play a game. With running, I can just go out and do it whenever I have time. It's a lot less time consuming also. I also find it fun to explore while you run. In my job, I visited cities like Paris, London, Munich, Nuremberg, many different cities in Europe, and I think it's so fun to, like, if the meeting starts at 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning, at 6 or 7 in the morning I go out and running and I explore the city by foot, and I see so many great things, and I fall in love with cities just from running in them. I also like the feeling from running. I mean, you are literally moving your body forwards. And if you think about what's happening in your life, what you're striving for, you strive for progress, you strive for success. And I think that is very, like, it's intertwined with movement and action and moving forward. So it's literally the moving forward that you're doing when you're running. I think that's so great for you. It gives you that type of freedom feeling, and a feeling that, or like a sense of that something good is happening. You're moving something forward. You're actually physically doing something to move yourself forward. Also, you're training your mental strength so much, because so many things in life is about perseverance. It's about having patience. It's about doing things although it hurts or although it's tough. In running, you have all those little lessons in your run, and you can learn to build up stamina, to use willpower, and to have your willpower be stronger than what your body is saying right now. Because when you run, sometimes your body says, I want to stop, it's too heavy, it hurts my feet, it's so far left, I don't want to do this anymore. And your brain can actually conquer this. And I think that's a great way to practice for life, because life is just filled with those types of situations. And running is for me a time also to clear the head. I always feel much clearer in my mind after having a run, especially when I can put all the stress behind and just do the run for the day. It just helps me heal myself in a hectic time, in a hectic period. It's always really healthy for my mind to have a run. Now I'm going to give you some tips of what you can do to start running. My first tip will be, for your first run, you pick a short distance and you go slowly. If you feel too tired or it's hurting somewhere in your first run, start walking. And if you feel like you can start running again, start running a little bit. And if it's hard for 5 minutes, then be happy with 5 minutes. If you can do 10 minutes, go for 10 minutes. But the first run, keep it simple, keep it short, and be just happy and thankful that you did it. And then you can slowly increase these runs. You can slowly increase how far you go. You can slowly increase your speed. And I think that's the best way to do this in the beginning. Number 2, I would say you should go by feel. Listen to your breathing. Listen to or feel the pulse that you have, the breathing that you have, and see if there is anything, is it hurting anywhere, like your knees or your hips, your shins, your ankles, your back. Just be aware of those types of things in the beginning. You should definitely listen to your body in the beginning before you get to know yourself and what you're capable of and what works for you. It's going to take a little bit of time, so be patient and let it have a little bit of time. The third tip from me is that you plan and that you motivate yourself. Some people might need a friend to run with and to do it together. In that way you can have runs where you do sort of a conversational pace and you can talk to each other, and you can have one being forward and you can switch around, so you can help each other out keeping the pace and motivate each other to do the run. Some people, like me, you can get motivated by having some time alone. Don't get me wrong, I like to have the motivation of running with a friend and somebody to push me also sometimes, but sometimes it's just nice to have a few minutes outdoors by your own and do your run. I would also say find something that rewards you. So reward yourself for the run. You can tell yourself, okay, 1 second, I have to check something. Whew. I had just forgotten that my bathtub was running, and it was like filled up to the max. And fortunately I turned it off now, so but it's waiting for me, and I'm gonna jump into the bath, and that fits perfectly with what I was gonna say. Reward. Going for a run, I can tell myself, okay, when I get back, I'm gonna have a nice warm bath. That's gonna be my reward after the run. It can be something else, something that you're gonna eat, or just find something that makes you happy and that what you wanna fight for just right now. I'm also gonna give you another tip, and that is set a goal. October to March, I am overweight. I lose a lot of my strength in my legs because I don't do enough running and training. And so this year I put a motivation up for myself that I was going to run the Barcelona Marathon now in March. So I've actually been training through the winter this year, and my weight has been much more stable, much better, and kept at a level that I am comfortable with. And so that has helped me to motivate me that I'm having a run and a race to work for, and then hopefully I can have some more of these medals. I'm a soccer player. I basically have no medals. You only get a medal, it's once a year, and that is if you win or like end up second in the league. So it takes a whole year. All my friends from who did athletics or swimming or something like that, they had a new medal every weekend, because there was always a new competition every weekend. So they are just swimming in medals. So I'm slowly working up some new silverware, and the Barcelona Marathon should have been on the wall right now, but I'm gonna wait as the race got postponed up until October, so we'll see. But that is a good tip from me to you. Have some motivation going. And lastly, as I said, you only need a couple of running shoes. Well, go out, talk to a specialist, have them help you with a nice couple of running shoes. Go out and find a shoe that makes you feel good and that looks good. Maybe a shirt or a couple of shorts or tights to run in that makes you feel good. Whatever that means. If it's just for the look or if it's super comfortable, get something that is nice for you to run in, that is nice to put on when you go for a run. And at last, I can also say, keep looking at YouTube, follow me. I will give you as many tips as I can. If there's something that you would like me to talk about or address, let me know in the comments. I will read them, I will comment, or I will make a whole video just for your topic that you want to know more about. YouTube is really great. It can give you so many good tips. If it's an injury, if it's a pain somewhere, if you want to know how to run faster, if you want to know how to build your strength to go further, whatever your questions might be, there's so much good content out there now on YouTube. So I wouldn't hesitate to just search for it, and maybe we'll see each other again in another video. I certainly hope so. And that is it for today. I'm gonna jump into the bath now. Have a good night, have a good day, and whichever time zone you're in. Bye.